Hi, this is a Pengsucculents. Today's tutorial how to pot succulents. You need the plant, pot, soil, tools. The plants, best one is actually if it's be delivered online, best no soil. But sometimes they actually come with soil. And plants we also have like a little one with roots, no roots, very long stem, or very short with just a root at the bottom. So each one I'll show you how to pot it. We start with a simple one, little one, clean bare root. It's a soil. Normally I will have some in my shop, but at the moment I'm gonna just use this one from the big box here, so I put that on the side. This is a little pot with a drainage hole. If the hole is not too big, you can just fill it sort in. If it's really big, I have this kind of little mat to put in. For example, like a big pot like that, I cover it in the bottom in case the soil gets everywhere. So the little one, just fill in the soil in. About half, don't fill it all up yet. So half, holds it. Like you can also see the front where you want to be, matching this side. Okay, so gently hold the leaf, place plants in the middle, use a little spoon, get soil, and fill it in around the plants. Okay, don't fill it right in the top. Yep. There's a stone. Little stone is one is for decoration, also to help plants to stay in a place, and also for plants like this, like no stain, that place some stone around the surface will help protect the bottom leaves, prevent it from get too wet. Okay, if you need to move the plants right after it's finished, you can always use a tweezer to move it a little bit to get in. Okay, now this is just a brush, no rush. Brush it clean the dust and clean the top. Okay, now that's finished. A little succulents in the pots. Okay, put that on the side. Now this one without roots is actually easier. That's the pots I choose to go with it. You can feel this soil almost to where you want it to be. Loose, don't push it down, don't make it too tight, because this one got no roots. It's easier, you don't have to do it half, just put it gently put it in. And now because it's loose, now is this why we need to use a stone, so gently hold it to where you want it to be. Use a spoon, get a stone, gently put it around it. Now you see I let go of my hand, the plants won't move. There's a stable in the pots. Okay, we'll put that one on the side. Now there's another one. Sorry. Okay, here with soil. If the soil is actually pretty fresh and loose, it's fine. You can just put this in a pot. If the soil is actually like too solid and hard, you might want to break it with your hand, gently push it. And if you think you need to clean some of the soil, if it's too old, you can always use a toothbrush, old toothbrush, gently brush the soil. See, because this one is recently I got out from my a seedling tray, so it's pretty fresh, not that bad. So I'm not gonna brush it all. I'm gonna just if you want, you can always brush it just like the first one, you know, clean it, almost no soil. This one I'm gonna keep it because the plants are pretty small as well. I'm gonna keep some of the soil. Okay. Now that's a pot. I choose to go for it. And this one I want to have even less soil because that plants already have soil in it. One about like 1/3. Gently, where's the front? Okay, gently put that in the middle. Use a spoon, get soil, fill it in, and when it's nearly the top, add the stone. And in the end, use a brush. Okay, clean the top. That one's done. Put it on the side. Now the next two are slightly harder. One is a bigger one, no stem, a medium size with a very long stem. Now these two, you see, those little pots won't match. So I have these two. One, the taller one, will match, looks better with the taller pots. So for example, you can try to see there. They all look alright. Okay. And that plant is a short round one, pretty big, so the pots is bigger, short, round. See that? Okay, that's about right. Okay, so put this on the side. Let's do the tall one. So it's very similar to what we had before, because this thing is really long, so you might want to like hold it. Use your 2 fingers, hold it in where you want to be. There. And you can just fill in soil from side, just around it, or use a spoon. Okay, almost to the top now. Because this plant is bigger, then you might want to start with so I have 2 different sizes of stone. This one's slightly bigger. I'll use with a slightly bigger stone first. It will help better to hold the plants so they won't shake too much. There we go, it's not shaking much now. And there's a little one on the top. It's not necessary, but I just like to keep them look similar to the rest of them. There we go. And using my brush, clean it up. Okay, that's finished. Oh, there's some sunshine now. The last one. So parts. This one, because it's very short, so we can just fill in it almost to the top. Very few roots. If you want to, you want to push these roots in, so you can use the tweezers. Gently, don't want to break it, gently put them around. You don't want to put it in the same direction, just put them around it, bury it, gently bury in the soil. There we go, and then gently sit in the middle of the soil and add a little bit more. This soil, normally they have a bit moisture in it already, so you don't need to worry too much about watering in the beginning. So just sits here there like that. It's very loose for the beginning. Just need to put away, depends on the season. In the winter the roots are a bit slow, but in other seasons, maximum 1 or 2 months, it should the root system should be very strong. There we go. 5 potted plants.